on the good body there. Steam fish and okra body, that's what them call it. We'll go and upscrew. It's a girl Abby, and yes, today we'll be cooking some steam fish with okra in a coconut curry sauce. Listen, I don't need to go to the host to peel off this and that, this and that. You know what to do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Remember, tell a friend to tell another friend. Today's fish that we're working with is a yellowtail snapper. Yellowtail snapper, as you can tell, the tail is yellow. So yellowtail snapper and a red snapper, those are two great fish to use for your steam fish or your brown stew fish or even your escovitch fish. My fish has already been washed, soaked in vinegar and lemon for around 30 minutes because I like to have my fish having a nice fresh smell. The only reason that my fish eyes have this white color is because it was been soaked in vinegar and lemon, and that tends to discolor the fish eye. Otherwise, when you're buying your fish, ensure it's a nice bright red color. It's not too sunken, it's not dark, it doesn't have a black or blue eye. Ensure when you touch it, it is firm to the touch. A lot of times fish tends to have, when you poke it in, it literally creates a sinkhole in your fish. So I have a nice, like 2 pieces of fish, nice and healthy. I already cut off the side fins. So now let's season our fish. Today I'll be preparing a steamed fish, but I'll be adding some coconut twist to it. So right here I have some onion. Whenever you're preparing your fish, you always have to have onion, so I have some onion chopped. This is some green scallion or green onion, and I have 2 sprigs of thyme. This pepper right here, I want to use a piece of it. This is my Scotch bonnet pepper. If you have the natural garlic, you can always use your natural garlic, chop it up and have it in here, but I have the garlic paste because your girl hate cutting up garlic. So I just bought the paste. So right here I'm only using half a tablespoon. I'm gonna add 2 in it. I have some Maggi fish seasoning. This is found in your local supermarket, and I'm using 1 tablespoon. I don't want to use too much powdered seasoning or anything because I do have a secret ingredient later. Add a little bit of black pepper. And let's just get all this goodness in. Try to get it right in the fish, in the inside, in the head. A lot of you guys don't really like the fish head. You can always cut it off, but I'm a girl, I love my head. I eat the head of the fish. It is so delicious. But it's your preference if you want to keep the head on it. So you want to get all that seasoning in the cuts, and as you can see also I did cut my fish so that way my fish is cooking, the seasoning can literally soak. Earlier in my vlogs you always see I make some marinade. You can always use your marinade for your fish instead of having the chunky seasoning as I have right here. Use this other sprig of thyme and stuff it right in. All right, now let's pop this in the fridge, and we're gonna give this around an hour to marinate so that the seasoning can all get all in, so that when you taste it, you taste all the goodness of this steamed fish. So for today's fish, I'll be using coconut milk. I have exactly around 4 ounces of coconut milk, pumpkin, onion, carrot, fresh thyme, corn, bell pepper. I'm using today green bell pepper and red bell pepper. And you know, for every steamed fish in Jamaica, you have to have the good old okra and the good old Scotch bonnet pepper. The other half of this pepper was what we used to drop in our fish when we were seasoning it. To accompany this fish, we'll be using water crackers, and I like to add a little bit of seasoning to my pot, so I like to use half of the fish flavored mix and also the pumpkin flavor. If you only have one, that is fine. If you have both, you'll get an awesome taste. So these are the simple ingredients we'll be using today to make our famous coconut steamed fish. As you remember, I have my fish already been marinating. So I'm just gonna do 2 tablespoons of butter. So whenever you're preparing your fish, I like to have my seasoning a little bit sauteed first. When you saute your seasoning, you tend to get the flavor and the aroma all coming out in your meal. Whatever butter that you're using, try to use a butter that has low salt, because you know we have to watch our salt intake. So now let's saute our onion. Add a little bit of garlic to this. This is around a tablespoon, not a lot. like to put just a little bit of carrot inside, just a little bit of your carrot, half of your bell pepper. I want to save some for later, and a half of your thyme. You literally start smelling your vegetables being sauteed. This is where the flavor starts to develop. Try your best not to burn your vegetables. Drop your Scotch bonnet. Alright, so as you can see, our water has started to come to a boil. What I like to do now is to add my fish, grace, fish soup, and pumpkin mix to my fish, sorry. I like to sieve it because I don't like the noodles to be with my fish. This process is totally optional. This one was the pumpkin flavored soup mix. And this one is the fish flavored soup mix. I add basically just half of each pack. And let's add our corn. Corn tends to take a while to cook, so I'm adding in them for now. The pumpkin and the fish, they don't really take a long time to cook, so those we can add in last. This is where you taste your mixture to see if it needs any salt, any pepper, any more fish cube mix. The corn I'm using right here, it doesn't really take long to cook, and then I did cut them very small, so my corn will take around 5 to 10 minutes to cook. Okay. Now let's add our fish. Alright, whenever you're placing your fish in your pot, if you're doing 2 fish, put 1 head at top and 1 head at bottom. If you have Irish potato, you can always add those to your pot. You have, and use some of that same juice from your fish to base of it and base your fish. Let's cover this up. Give it around 5 minutes, turn it on the other side. 5 more minutes, turn it on the other side. It can be less depending on the size fish you have. A smaller fish will cook quicker than a larger fish. So now we're gonna leave this right here to just simmer down. Have it on a medium flame, medium to low flame, and leave this right here to simmer. As I'm saying back in the days, simmer down, control your temper, simmer down. No, 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 no. You know the rest of the words. Coconut milk. And the last ingredient, water crackers. Anybody who have steamed fish and not putting the crackers in it, you know, say something wrong there. So something is wrong it. Excuse my English. Over this, I want you to take a look, take a moment to embrace this beauty. Look at that pot, guys. Look at that pot. Guys, you know where I live. Let's cover this up. Give it a few minutes.